If you're clicking on this video, you obviously know what it's about, and you're probably most likely feeling the same way if you've been following this story as long as I have. Now, we're going to take a look at the original announcement for Uzumaki, kind of get a feeling of what happened, and just kind of go over all of it. This is cinema. Look at that sound. This is like an orchestra playing. This is insane. Okay? You guys feel this? This is energy right here. This is what I was hoping it would be. God. Such potential, guys. Sound design is so on point. It's like definitely off of some of the more surreal, crazy horror films. God, so cool. All right. I will say they did nail this in the anime. You know, that was pretty cool seeing this come to life. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, this was announced out in 2019. I know a lot of people were very excited about this. This meant a lot to people who love Junji Ito and his weird, creepy body horror that he always had, and it's very haunting in its own way. It's mostly, I loved his art style. It was very unique. So seeing that we're probably going to get a actual portrayal of some of his really good work being brought to the screen because of how many disappointments have been brought to the screen before was like a huge relief and made people happy. I actually told people about this because I was very excited, and I regret that I hyped it up as much as I did because it ended up being ultimately what we saw. Now, there's a lot of wondering of what happened, essentially what could have been. This anime was delayed 3 times, so there was always something kind of afoot, you know, with this. We should have seen the writing on the wall when this happened. It's something I've noticed more in recent times. Once something gets delayed enough times, I think it's fair to label it going to development hell. Recently, a very popular show that people might have been waiting for has also been going to development hell, and that's Blade. And it was delayed multiple times, rewrites multiple times, and now officially Blade has been delayed indefinitely. So once you see a project get delayed so many times, especially 3 times, I think it's fair to wonder, is this going to be what I want it to be? And maybe drop some of your expectations a little bit. Now, there's a lot of conjecture of what would have happened. I read in this article that essentially they had 3 options because there was apparently a giant budget cut that you guys most likely are aware of. Apparently, one of the people from Toonami came out and had an apparent response. And this is allegedly, this is what I've read in this, essentially this article. They either had A, not to finish it and take it as a loss. B, just air the first episode, which was extremely high quality comparatively to the other ones. Or 3, run all 4, and that's what we got, essentially. Even if it's the other ones that end up being lower quality. Now, obviously, that was a better choice, because at least everyone got a full experience of the show, even if it wasn't up to par of what people wanted. You know, there was such embarrassing quality drops after the second episode. I also want to show you guys that, luckily, this article has them all. Bruh. Still PNGs, dude. So bad.
Yoriko, you little twerp. How many times is it gonna take to beat some sense into you?
Dude. So it's actually like comical. It's actually insane. Look at that. It just flops to the ground. This weird 3D imaging. It just looks awful. This one is hilarious.
This doesn't make any sense at all.
Somebody was saying it looks like back shots. I'm not gonna even lie. Kinda does. Made me laugh a little bit. But, you know, it was multiple of that. And then there's one where they were going down. At the end of it, I don't want to ruin it, but if you read the story, essentially they're falling down into the hell of the spiral. And the thing grabs onto one of the characters and they just fall down. And it's like a still image. Just looks very bad. You know, it wasn't even only that, in my opinion, though, that really was disappointing about it. It felt very rushed to me. Now, I know a lot of people still liked it for what it was. And you know what? It's still an enjoyable horror film. If you do want to recommend it, it's not bad. It's enjoyable. The person I watched it with enjoyed it. However, if you're a fan, you're extremely excited about this, it's obviously going to be very disappointing. And the problem with a lot of the writing is that like not a lot of things were left to breathe. And it's such a shame that we got what we did because the first episode was so promising. The atmosphere, everything was so well done that got you really intrigued in it. But I felt like it dropped off on a lot of things. Honestly, there could have been a lot worse outcome to all of this. So I'm happy we got something. I'm glad we even got it to begin with. It's just such a shame that we're still, to this day, not going to be getting any type of faithful, well done, translated well adaptation of Uzumaki or any of Junji Ito's work that's really going to grab people and get you into his world. And again, I would recommend, if you even slightly enjoy the show, which is still enjoyable, you know, you can watch it and still have a good time, that you read the manga, because it definitely is a lot better, in my opinion. And it's not just rose-tinted glasses. I watched a review with somebody saying it was rose-tinted glasses. I do believe it was a little bit better paced in the manga as well, because everything just felt smashed together. And like, if you look down in the first episode, I swear you missed like 4 different anthologies going, horror anthologies going at the same time. Again, I do hope that we get something in the future, but their anime has been really good recently, so I'm not gonna say that my whole day is ruined, but I definitely was pretty bummed when we got this as our outcome. Event on Hell is a hell of a thing. Once you start seeing your shit going that direction, you can pretty much almost always start to lower your expectation. I think you'd be in a lot better place. Uzumaki, again, the first episode, great. The following ones, not so much, as far as the quality level really dropping. The fourth one wasn't as bad because I feel like at least it wrapped it up really well and they gave a lot of breathing room for the end. But honestly, I do think the show should have at least spread out about at least 6 episodes to try to give enough airtime to all the other, you know, weird anthologies and Weird Town and make you really breathe in this like horrific town and all these events with going on with the spiral. You know, could have been amazing. Still was fun, but overall, as a fan, I'm pretty disappointed. Hopefully next time we'll get something. Anyways, but I enjoyed you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. If you do have any other manga or animes that you're excited about, please tell me about it. I do want to check them out. You guys have a good one. Take it easy.